Hey everybody, welcome back to New York Yankees Recaps. We've got Gerrit Cole making his 4th spring training start today. I've got a recap of that. Also, Gary Sanchez, feeling a bit under the weather. Not good news. Alright, before we get to a breakdown of Gerrit Cole's performance today, I wanted to talk about Gary Sanchez. As you know, Gary Sanchez has been out with a sore back. Well, today we found out that he has a fever and he is being tested for the flu as well as coronavirus. So that is not good news. As you might remember, Gerrit Cole was sick last week. He had a fever, made his start, but he wasn't very effective. Not a surprise that Gary Sanchez would also get sick. You got to imagine that he and Gerrit Cole have been in close contact, handling the same balls. I know that sounds bad, but, as battery mates, you're throwing the same pill back and forth, you might spread some germs. Also, that lower back soreness, it might be a symptom of the flu. I know when I get sick, the first thing that happens is I get achy muscles in my back and my legs. I just feel run down. So not a surprise that those symptoms preceded an illness for Gary Sanchez. So let's hope he's feeling better soon. Let's talk about today's game. All right, so before I go to the highlights and break down Gerrit Cole's performance, let's talk about today's lineup. DJ LeMahieu leading off at second base, not a surprise there. Brett Gardner in center field. Gleyber Torres at shortstop. Luke Voit at first base, he's heating up. Miguel Andujar back at third base, getting some reps at the hot corner today. Kyle Higashioka catching up Gerrit Cole. He's going to be the backup catcher. If Gary's going to be out, we need to have him get some reps with Gerrit Cole. Rosell Herrera in right field. Chris Gittens at DH, and Zach Granite in left field. And on the mound, Gerrit Cole, number 45, making his 4th spring training start. So last week he didn't pitch too well. He got roughed up in Lakeland. It was a very, very windy day. Breaking balls were hanging. Balls that were just pop flies were going right out of the park. So look for him to have a better day. He's healthy now. He's getting over the flu or whatever. So I think he's going to have a big day. I think he's going to probably throw 4 or 5 innings. Let's get to the highlights.
Here's Billy McKinney, and here's the first pitch of the ball game. Cole delivers. Slider down and in.
Those little half swings where hitters can't lay off.
Swung on and missed. Strike.
Over 300 plus strikeouts.
I'm out. It was basically fastball changeup for Gerrit Cole. Now you see him throwing some breaking balls with authority. California, beautiful part of the country. That is called strike. Richard takes upstairs for ball 1. See some of these spring training batting averages. And
you didn't want to get too hot, but you didn't want to struggle. You just wanted everything to be good going into the season.
The weather and everything goes south. 2-2 pitch. Hit hard and off the.
You got Bichette, you got Biggio, and you got Vlad.
Has a good eye, and supposedly this year he's going to bat second right behind Bichette. Bichette did not make the trip this afternoon. Ball gets away from Higashioka and on down to second. Take batting practice today and didn't happen. Here's the payoff pitch. And it is in there for a call. Strike 3. Back in 2000.
As an outfielder, sometimes you can almost pick up the release point of a pitch.
Started with the Expos and then moved on from there. Ground ball to the right side. It's through into right field for a base hit. Herrera charging. They're going to send a runner home. Here comes Grichuk. Here's the throw. That'll bring up Joe Panik. He's having himself a good spring. 375, that always worked.
Heady, and here they are, young, in the bat well against lefties.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. That'll do it. But the Blue Jays Hernandez will lead it off for Toronto against Gerrit Cole. Winger does not walk very often. Blue Jays expect more out of this young man this year. 18-1.
Wow.
Whoa. He walked one batter. Ground ball towards short. Torres from the hole, the throw. Opening day in Baltimore against the Orioles. First pitch hit in the air to left field, hit pretty well. Going back is Granite. He's got speed. 18 home runs. Look out, it's inside for a ball. And the Blue Jays were stealing. 3-0. The 2-1 hit on the ground.
Weather with the retractable roof.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. Andy Burns is gone.
The light facing pitchers that I would see during the season. You know, you see him, so he doesn't really lose a lot of velocity. Got one and done. That was enough for me.
Fisher behind on the count 0-2, and he is gone. 5 strikeouts for Gerrit Cole.
Well, maybe next time.
Here's Billy McKinney. He takes a pitch low for ball 1. It's funny because of a hitter. 1-0 pitch hit on the ground to second for LeMahieu. Usually that means an out. It does this time as well. Grichuk was a former #1 draft pick of the Angels, and he can tell his grandchildren in the that pitch is in there for a call strike. You know what team had the next pick? History was changed. The 0-2 pitch just off the outside corner.
It can go either way, and during the year you're really going to want this, but that's a good sharp breaking ball right there.
The 1-2 swing and a miss, strike 3.
It's a strikeout. So he's got an overpowering fastball, a great curveball, great. I mean, it'd be set up. If he makes his pitches.
The 2-0 is on the way, and it's swung on and missed. Signed with them. Pitch is hit in the air to center field. Coming on is Gardner. He's there, makes the catch, and it's a 1-2. Get your shot at the big leagues. Little chopper towards third, and Duhar throwing on the run and on the money, and there's 1 out. This is going to be it for Gerrit Cole, as the Yankees are going to go to the bullpen. So Gerrit Cole, 6 strikeouts in 3 1/3 innings.
Okay, so Gerrit Cole is out of the game after 3 1/3 innings. Let's take a look at his strikeouts. The first strikeout looked to me like a cutter, an 89-mile-an-hour backdoor cutter, which I think is interesting because he's been working with Andy Pettitte on a cutter.
Here's the payoff pitch, and it is in there for a call, strike 3.
That pitch right there was what I like to call the Greg Maddux pitch. It darts over the inside corner of lefty, starts off at like the front hip, and then at the last second just darts over that inside corner. Filthy. You know, his arsenal was disgusting today. He had a big overhand curveball. He threw the hard fastball up in the zone. He threw it down in the zone. He pounded the zone strike after strike. Gerrit Cole was phenomenal today. Phenomenal. 3 1/3 innings, 6 strikeouts. Did give up the 1 run, but that was a ground ball with eyes through the shifted right side. I wouldn't worry about that too much. You'll notice from the strikeout reel that Gerrit Cole was getting guys out with both the breaking ball and the fastball, and they were both very, very crisp. His fastball actually got better as the day went along. He was mostly 95 to 97 in the first inning. Saw a few 98s as the game went along. Now, this is a breakdown video, so I didn't get all the highlights, but I will say Jordan Montgomery came in shortly after Gerrit Cole, and he was indeed 93, 94 miles an hour. We had heard that his velocity was up. It appears to be so, and he looked really, really good today. If this was your first time here, I want to thank you for stopping by. Go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button. It helps other fans find the channel. I plan to do recaps and discussion of every game all season long. I've also got a weekly podcast, and I'm putting together a documentary at the end of the season. Send me your reactions at NYY Recaps on Twitter to be a part of the film. I try to reply to all comments as long as you're not being a jerk. So go ahead and leave a comment below. Tell me what you think of this game and your thoughts on the team, and I'll see you next time.